me.
But let's get into the main topic. So the first one that we'll get into, right, is that Xbox Studios had been talking about their acquisition of a new studio. And it looks like it'll be announced really soon. There was a picture that was posted to start some of the rumors off. It was like this mountain side that had like snow falling from it. You know what I mean? Almost like an avalanche. When I looked
That's
at
the
it,
hint.
yeah, I almost thought it was like it reminded me of Riders Republic. I didn't even see no avalanche shit there until
Or
I saw people
snowboarding
talking
game.
about it. Yeah, some type of snowboarding game or something like that. But you and I guess a few other people seem to think that Avalanche could be legitly what it is,
Yeah,
right?
so
Tell me about
there
that.
is a studio called Avalanche Studio, and their most recent game coming out is Contraband. And Contraband was revealed at Microsoft's E3 showcase. It was the one game that I kind of was upset with because they didn't show any gameplay. Like
Right.
it was the old Microsoft way of doing things.
Just
like,
a freaking trailer, a small
Right.
trailer, and then that's it.
show
yeah.
like a cinematic, not even in-game
yeah,
engined,
right.
not even Starfield like, but just like here's a few screenshots and pre-made cinematic. That always used to be like Microsoft's MO, where Sony always showed like gameplay, like in-game footage or in-game engine stuff. And it felt like they were doing that with this Contraband, and I was upset because I was like, don't show me a game. Honestly, in my opinion, like don't show me a game unless you have some of the game to show, or at least some of the in-game engine, so we
Yeah.
have some idea of what we're getting into here.
Right.
Don't just give me a name and like a concept.
Yeah,
You
show
know,
me
like-
some in-game footage.
Yeah, show me something in game. But that's what they did with Contraband, and a lot of people are saying that is a precursor to them announcing the acquisition of the studio Avalanche, right? Because Avalanche is the one who's making Contraband. And I know, like we reported on one of the leaks before E3 was that Microsoft was acquiring a new IP.
Right.
Maybe this was it. Maybe Contraband, because it's an Xbox exclusive, is the new IP that they've acquired. But maybe it goes further than that, and that's what we're hearing is true. That Microsoft is getting ready to announce. They must be finalizing the deal or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. We talked about this before the show.
I mean, that was kind of like how
Why
it was
didn't they
with
say in the show that this is a new studio they've acquired?
yeah,
They just showed the game,
right.
but it sounds like they're trying to acquire the studio.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it wouldn't make sense, right? If you do the showcase, the Xbox, the E3 showcase or whatever, and you're showing all these Xbox games, and then you show Contraband, but like you don't mention that we just acquired this new studio. Check out what they're making, and then you show Contraband. Like I don't understand why you wouldn't combine that two together, unless it would have to be that you're showing me gameplay when you announce it the second time. Like if Avalanche is what they bought, and Avalanche is making Contraband, you tell me that you have just purchased Avalanche, you better be showing me gameplay, because then why the hell else are you telling me about this shit? You know what I mean? Like you could have just announced it with the other one as like a complete rollout together. So
Like I was telling you,
I kind of feel like it might be a little reach. I mean, I was looking down the
Right.
comments, and some people were mentioning that like Nordisk Films had purchased Avalanche like back in 2018. So that's not far off. So if they were attempting to make a game, you know what I mean? Or what would they have a reason to purchase it if they were going to just sell it off? You know what I mean? Some people would say maybe Xbox made them just like an offer they
Hey, if
couldn't
the price is
refuse.
right, man.
You know?
Absolutely right.
But it's like...
I just think like the only thing I can think of as to why they wouldn't reveal it at the E3 show is because they want to kind of use it as another like hype reel, kind of like how they did with Bethesda, just like come out and announce it and it become like a big topic in and of itself,
Yeah.
rather than trying to like, because it loses some of the spotlight if it's sharing the stage with like every other game too. Like that news kind of gets lost in the spotlight, and I think like Microsoft wants more of that hype around studio acquisition.
Yeah, but
that they
is
got with
Avalanche
Bethesda.
as big as fucking Bethesda?
Well, I was gonna say, look up what games has Avalanche Studio made. I mean, I will say Contraband looked cool. It it looks interesting. I don't know how much faith I have in the studio Avalanche. I'm not too familiar with all the games that Avalanche has made, but do you see any there that look familiar, that excite you about the acquisition of the studio?
Okay, so Avalanche has done Just Cause.
Oh, they're the Just Cause studio.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Hunter, Just Cause 2, Renegade Ops, The Hunter Primal, Rumble City. They made Mad Max.
They made Mad Max.
Just Cause 3 and 4. They made Rage 2 also.
Oh, Rage.
So
Rage? I thought that was a Bethesda game.
Bethesda was the publisher.
Oh.
So
But Avalanche made that game.
But yeah, so it shows here that Contraband is the next one that's on there.
Well, that's a decent
And it's saying
studio,
the publisher is Xbox Game Studios. But this is on Wikipedia, because Wikipedia will give you a good timeline layout of what they have. So I mean, you could take Wikipedia with a grain of salt, because you don't know who's fudged it
who's
or
edited
whatever.
that one,
right?
But okay, so those are some decent games. So I guess that would all mean we would start to see all those games come out on Game Pass as well. All the Just Causes.
Yeah.
You know,
that would probably be the
Rage.
real indicator. I think Just Cause is on there though.
Is it already on Game Pass?
I don't know. I feel like it would be on there already.
Yeah. Is that an
'Cause
indicator?
it's such an
though?
old
Is that an
game.
indicator that they're buying the studio when you see things like Just Cause and Rage on? I mean, you see Rage
Game
on
Pass?
Game Pass because of Bethesda, right? But
I mean, you already saw that the moment that they finally announced that Bethesda was on there, that there was like 5 Bethesda games that were available on there.
right.
And then they just keep putting more up there because Bethesda has a large catalog. But I would assume that if all of a sudden you start seeing Rage 2 and Just Cause 3, 4, 2, and 1
Right.
on Game Pass, they didn't bought
happening.
them shits. Yeah,
Something's
they didn't
happening.
buy them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's not all of the games. Like Square Enix, they dropped all their shit on Game Pass. You know what I mean? And EA doesn't have. Well, EA has a little joint thing with them, so I can't use EA. But there's other game developers that have a large catalog that just don't have everything
Right.
on freaking Game Pass. So they ain't been bought yet. But
Right.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, for me, it's exciting, of course, any new acquisition. And what does it mean for you and me, dude? It means more free games on Game Pass. So every time Microsoft announces a new studio acquisition, I get excited, because I know that just means more value. It spreads my $15 out that much more,
Just Cause 4 is available on Game Pass.
See, well, there you go. There you go. That's interesting to me. So there's some truth to this rumor, probably, right?
I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to see if like Rage 2 is on there.
I would think Rage 2 is on there.
You think so?
I think so, man.
If they got Just Cause on there also, then that's a wrap then.
See, Just Cause, that's interesting to me.
But Just Cause 4 is on there, not Just Cause.
Yeah, well, that's the newest one. That's the one everyone wants, right?
Right.
So,
But they be putting all the old shit on there.
is that old though?
What? Just Cause?
Just Cause, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like they be putting like all of the old stuff. You know what I mean? Like Game Pass got a lot of games and they be throwing a lot of old shit on there. Because people want to play some of them games that they might have missed or whatever. You know what I mean? Game Pass
Right.
is ultimately like walking into GameStop and looking in the used section to see like, ooh, that's there and that's cheap.
Nah, they got
Like,
new
you know what I
games
mean?
too there, man.
They
Lots
got
of
new.
new
They
games.
have their
Not
new
quite
games,
that
but I'm
bad.
saying they have a large. When they saying 100+, all that shit is old.
A lot of them are
They
old.
got about like
The majority are old.
Yeah, they
You're
got
right.
about like a good 20 that's like up to date.
Yeah, a lot of them are old.
But a lot of them are older games.
Right.
They're not saying they ain't ones you don't want to play, but
Right.
they've been around for a few years. So that it's
I'm
like
just saying, like, that would be Avalanche Studios' like top prize is Just Cause 4 because it's their most recent and newest game, and if they're giving it to Game Pass, that implies some kind of partnership, right?
yeah, for sure.
So
Unless PlayStation got it on their shit already,
right,
which I don't know. I could have sworn we just got a Just Cause
right,
from PlayStation for the little PlayStation thing, the PlayStation Plus,
Right.
but I don't remember which Just Cause it was. It might have been 4. But yeah, so yeah, on to the next topic, right?